esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of NiP versus Empire, our winner bracket finals, about to get underway. I'm Zyori. This is David Parker.
Howdy.
Godz. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good,
I'm hoping for a game 3. Like, I don't want the day to end early once more.
All 2-0s all the way through. It's been all about the momentum, and wow, that game had a lot of momentum itself.
I finally get to a Starladder, and it's 2-0s. It's been amazing, Dota. I think that's the one thing which the community has really highlights, that we've seen some great games, some great series, and just fun new picks. And even it doesn't feel like we've had all 2-0s. So I can't be too sad because we've had so many cool series that it doesn't feel like we're getting 2-0 after 2-0 right now.
Yeah, definitely right. Let's go ahead and get into this draft here. It's already underway. Empire Ninjas in Pajamas very eager to get this second game going. We've seen longer breaks, actually, between these games. A lot of teams take some time to prioritize, smoke some cigarettes, figure out what's going on. These two, they are in the zone. They want to keep this momentum going, and I think that speaks to the confidence of NiP a little bit. They don't need a breather. They were ready to just get right back in this one and show Team Empire what they're made of. And boy, are they doing it here. NiP ban out the Wisp and Troll Warlord. Empire taking out a few supports, or, well, maybe a core in that Veno based on how 8mother plays it. Venomancer as well as Venge. They'll first pick the Axe again, as they did in the last game in that opening series. But here we go. NiP, the first time in this tournament, they didn't ban out the Dazzle. They first pick it for themselves and pair it with the Bristleback.
All right. They've got a strat in mind. Is this the minus armor once again? I feel like if you're Empire, it's like, let's ban the Starladder, let's ban these minus armor heroes. I think Starladder especially. This is the kind of the game 1 draft we saw yesterday from NiP, where they went just full face rush, just ran at their opponents and just caught them completely off guard. So that to me is something Empire have to be considerate of. They could have gone for the Omni again. They're going to instead go for a somewhat counter to at least the Dazzle with the Ancient Apparition. They've got Axe and Ancient Apparition. You cannot rely much on the Grave this game. And I feel like NiP had a kind of a plan in mind to rush at their opponents. And A is pretty good against that. Ice Vortex is deceptively strong. Cold Feet a bit of a useless spell this game, but it's going to be all about the Ice Blast, the Vortex, and in the laning stage, the Chilling Touch. Starladder ban, there we go. They know, they have a pretty good idea of what NiP at least had in mind.
They've done their homework. They saw that game yesterday. They know exactly what's in store. And NiP can still switch it up. This doesn't mean they have to commit to a full minus armor strat with these Quills. They could also just have Dazzle Bristleback, a very synergistic combo, and now mix up the damage types a little bit. Grab a little bit of that magic damage, maybe some pure damage, and get the best of both worlds.
All right, well, we'll see what the plan is. Empire, the AA pick does suggest they want to have the ability to punish these lanes. And AA great against the Bristleback. Surprised we haven't seen more of this hero in general, with a few Bristleback picks here and there, but the Chilling Touch being magic damage, just with a conventional trial lane, Bristleback cannot really lane in the off lane. Maybe with a dual lane he kind of can, but even then, if you get a strong trial lane, Bristleback has problems. At the same time, Empire, Axe picked up. Generally, we saw last game, they like the dual lanes. They don't want to just put Axe in the off lane on his own. They want to make sure he can get some farm, get that kind of 12 to 15 minute, not just Blink Dagger, but Vanguard, Blink Dagger, and Tranquil Boots going.
Yeah. Ancient Apparition also really good against those big, beefy heroes just to force the Shatter out. A tool to deal with the Bristleback. Silencer from NiP banned out here. And what do Empire think about with this 4th ban? Ember Spirit could be an option. We saw that as a key part of the minus armor strat from NiP last time. He went for the Desolator, stack it up with that Sleight of Fist, allows Bristleback to do huge damage with the Quills. Maybe something they want to take out of the pool.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good ban. Juggernaut, a hero that pops to mind if you want to go for this face rush. You want very mobile heroes that are fast, heroes that don't get easily brought down, that are basically mobile as well as really tanky. And Juggernaut, while not super tanky, he's got Blade Free, he's got Omni Slash, he's got very kind of good spells to keep him alive. Another thing that does, the Healing Ward does get countered by the Ancient Apparition, but it's going to be the Viper ban, so another respect ban towards 8 Mother. We're seeing the Veno, the Viper, the 2 Poison Bros banned out in Game 2.
8 Mothers, too, most played heroes, as we saw in the statistics earlier. So not a big surprise on that.
When do we get the Brewmasters? I was expecting some Brewmasters this series, a hero both teams do use.
Well, this could be the game for it, unless NiP choose to ban him out here.
Yeah, I think it suits NiP. If they're going Face Rush, getting a fast Blink Brewmaster with a Primal Split is a good way of fighting into Team Empire.
Yeah, I don't know that Empire really want to take the Brew here themselves. Bristleback tends to fare pretty well. It can spam those quills, and it actually does a lot of damage to the Brewlings when they're in split form. I
don't think it's an Empire pick myself. I think they're going to look for a more kind of tempo controlling mid hero for, well, maybe even, like, they could go back for a PA still if they want to. The PA seems to be a favorite of theirs.
It could be a good Invoker game as well. EMP very strong against both Dazzle and Bristleback if they want to go that Quas-Wex variety. 4th ban for NiP will be the Gyrocopter. So the silent special, we've definitely talked about that one a lot. And, well, this game, not going to be able to see it.
Okay. Not going to get the Gyrocopter. I would love to see some, like, old school, like, Weaver with Chilling Touch type plays here. Weaver, Ancient Apparition, dual lane or tri-lane. That is something that could be really brutal. And here we go!
Yes! Finally! The Queen of Pain that we've all been hoping for.
You've been pursuing Queen of Pain picks and Queen of Pains in all forms all day long, and here you go.
Here's a step in the right direction, at least. Hopefully this is an omen, a sign for how the rest of the trip to Kiev will transpire.
More Queen of Pains today, more tomorrow, and maybe some more tonight.
Yes, indeed. Now, the ultimate is the big talk of the town here. That recent patch changing, well, not the most recent patch, but a recent patch, changing the damage type to pure. So now it always goes through BKB, always goes through repels, and does quite a bit of damage. As we've talked about before, the dagger also great against blink carriers. It lasts for 15 seconds. So if you can catch the axe and get that DOT on before he gets the blink, that's a long time where he's stuck running around.
Yeah. So for Empire, it's going to be a slight deterrent towards the Omni. Now, I still think Omni's good if they want to go that direction with the axe, but for NiP, it seems they're willing to give away the Omni plus axe. And I think with the AA, maybe more going to be seeing more of a conventional tri-lane out of the Empire side, as much as they do like to get Yoki farm. It may be a bit harder to do so. It's going to be the Aloha Dance Rubik. Rubik AA.
Right.
This, to me, is the scariest support duo in the game. This was back, you go back to the TI4 lead-up where Team Dog, Pykat's team were running this Rubik AA Marana in the offensive tri-lane every game. Just Rubik AA plus anything, and they would just get kill after kill. And it doesn't even have to be a range hero. You have the setup from the lift. You've got Chilling Touch on 3 range heroes. This is just nasty
The lift
stuff.
sets up for the cold feet. Then you've got all that burst damage from the Fade Bolt there. Very synergistic combo and a lot that they can do. Right. Aggro try? Do you think that's actually a possibility for him? How confident are you that they'll try an aggro tri lane?
I think it's very possible. I think they could do it with the axe would probably be their best bet. I don't think they want to be risking axe in a 1v1 that could not go favorably for him. They may look to just roam the support slot as well. That's the other option. And NiP get the Ember Spirit, so...
Yeah, so perhaps still going for some of that minus armor. I would really not be surprised to see a Desolator pop out on him. They love that combo of the Bristleback with the Desolator and then the Weave. This can still be very, very potent from NiP.
Yeah, there's a lot of physical damage. And they've got the Queen of Pain for the nuking, the cleanup. Empire go for an old favorite of theirs. It's Old Smokey. It's the Doom.
Old Smokey. Yep, Doom, the ultimate, very strong here. Great against Ember Spirit, great against Queen of Pain, 2 very elusive heroes. Now they have some good lockdown. Axe, also great for the lockdown presence here. Curious how they'll lane it. Is this your... Who's their Doom player? Is it Silent or Resolution, or do they toss it around? I've forgotten.
They've done it in the past in a Silent farming role. They've done it in the off lane. I don't know if they've done it in the off lane since Yoki's joined the team. It's not really here that I think Yoki plays. I think Tidehunter for him, I think Axe, those are kind of his 2 big heroes. But
I feel like I've seen Yoki play Doom one time that I've cast.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple others, but... Yeah, not his go-to.
I think with how good... Well, Doom's good against Co-op Ember Spirit, but so is Axe. If you can secure Axe a fast Blink Dagger, it's also great against these. I think this could even be a Doom safe lane, Axe off lane, but Rubik AA may start in the off lane. Look to get Axe a good start, get him at least an early Tranquil's Vanguard, and then help out the other lanes. Gank mid, Doom is probably fine in a 1v1. I guess Bristleback is a bit annoying, especially any kind of support rotation is probably a kill on the Doom with the Bristleback in the early levels, but I think they do like securing farm for their Axe, and that to me is where they may sacrifice some of Doom's early game to do so.
Yeah. Well, final ban's coming out. NiP take out the Phantom Assassin. They don't want to mess around with that this game for good reason. It was very strong in game 1 for Team Empire, and Empire ban out the Disruptor. Will NiP, what do they need here? Another support. And, oh my, the Undying continue to keep things fresh. Queen of Pain and Undying, 2 first-timers in this tournament, Godz.
Wow, okay.
Even if they don't win this and they go out 0-2, they have certainly gained some fans for style points.
Absolutely. The era wasn't kidding when he said we're just picking what outside of, well, they don't care about the mega game. They're just picking what they think is good and what they think they can play well with. Yeah. There we go. That's what I was hoping for.
My.
Is this our first Invoker of the tournament as well?
I think it actually is.
Gosh, this game, our possible last game of the day. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping we get a game 3. The Invoker coming out, Resolution Special.
Yes.
This guy kind of brought the Yule Scepter Invoker into play with his Exort combos, but I'm going to be curious to see what build he goes for. This may just be a Quaz-Wex game with the amount of aggression that NiP are going to be doing with their draft.
Yeah, I feel like EMP would be so potent here. Any kind of setup so that Axe can get in position, get that Berserker's Call going for the elusive heroes like Quap and Ember Spirit, certainly very potent. I'm still curious about the Yoki silent heroes here. Doom and Axe will be the 2 that they play, but which will be on which, and how do they set up these lanes? That's the question. Now, I think NiP may be anticipating an aggro try because Undying, a hero that's classically very good in those very early skirmishes.
Or maybe saying, hey, we want to go offensive tri lane ourselves because they put Jonas onto the Queen of Pain. Jonas is normally that off-lane player. He could be going safe lane solo, and then Undying, it's like, let's go offensive tri lane and use the Undying to do so.
Right.
So there's a lot of possibilities with this NiP side.
Yeah, definitely. We'll move into a pause here to get this game started. Looks like somebody on Empire having a slight issue loading in, but oh my, what fun picks indeed. So talk to us about Undying a little bit. He does not get a lot of love in general, not just on this patch, but not a very popular hero. First of all, why is that? And second of all, where does he really shine?
He has very few peaks as far as when he's good at fighting. There's the level 1/level 2 peak where Decay, if you want to fight him around the route, he gets multiple Decay stacks, you're in trouble. So I feel like level 1, level 2 is his first peak, and then he only really ever has one more peak, which I feel is in like, okay, the lane stage is pretty good for him. I feel like, I don't know if it's really a peak. He's solid in a tri lane versus tri lane or any kind of offensive lane, but then it's the mid game when he has max tombstone and you're kind of taking, you're basically sieging towers because your opponents, if they have to engage in you to fight, they're engaging into tombstone. If they don't have damage to bring it down, they're in trouble. So that to me is like the 10 to probably close to the 15-minute mark is his second peak, and then after that he falls off quick and fast, and he's useless from 30 minutes onwards apart from being a walking flesh golem.
Yeah, then he kind of comes back towards the late game, especially if you can get an Aghanim Scepter. I feel like there's that like 45, 50-minute window where that damage amp can actually be pretty significant.
It's just hard because he's a support. He's never getting the farm though, so
true.
He's not exactly a support that can also catch up. It's not like you're going to go like an AA route where you get like a Midas Ag Scepter or something on this hero.
Yeah, but you still see supports able to get an Aghanim. I mean, I'm talking like 45, 50 minutes late game, not that like mid-game 30 minutes, but once you get closer to that 60-minute mark, he kind of makes a resurgent. But that's a very long window. That's not why you're picking an Undying.
It's a really big gap where the hero doesn't do much, from like 25 minutes to 45 minutes where it's like, what's this hero actually doing? The Tombstone gets like 3-4 shotted by an Exort Invoker with Forge Spirits perhaps,
and the other thing, the Tombstone gives away a lot of gold when you kids at 150. Is that the bounty for the Tombstone? It's a lot.
Yeah, 130, 150, something.
It's in the triple. It's in the 3 figures. Maybe
it scales with what level it is. I know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
it's still a lot though.
Yeah.
It's not something you just want to throw down willy-nilly and hand over to the other team. It's a big chunk. So, okay, let's introduce some rosters here. No early skirmishes. Radiant side, it'll be Team Empire. They're up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series. 1 victory away from securing themselves a spot in the winner, or in the grand finals here of the Starladder Season 11 LAN Finals. Always want to fly on the Ancient Apparition. That puts Silent on the Doom, probably farming in the safe lane once he devours a creep. Mid lane, it'll be Yoki on the Axe, switching things up a little bit here as Resolution goes off lane on the Invoker. Hasn't sealed anything yet, but that Blade of Attack, probably a sign he's looking for the Wex, and he'll be joined by Aloha Dance on the Grand Magus Rubik.
On the dire side, the Swedes, the Ninjas in Pajamas, going to have Seal Kid on the Dazzle up top, as well as Jonas playing the Queen of Pain. They're going to be paired with the Undying of Handskin in this trial. And mid lane is going to be Era, 1v1 on the Ember Spirit against Yoki's Axe, and bottom lane is going to be the Ape Mother Bristle.
They're even switching up the roles on the Dire side. Not even the way that they're drafting, but Jonas now playing that safe lane farmer with Era going mid.
Very different lanes coming out. I think initially maybe they wanted to go offensive tri-lane with the Undying as well as the Dazzle, but then they were like, wait a second, there's a dual lane up top. Queen of Pain versus like a Rubik Invoker kind of lane was not going to be, I guess, Queen of Pain does fine if it's just the Invoker, but with Rubik up there as well, it would have been a bit problematic.
So safe lane farming Quap, only 3-2 right now in terms of CS, but item build. I'm not sure what to expect here out of this Queen of Pain.
I mean, your general conventional items is always going to be the Orchid Rush, like the Treads Orchid. I guess if you get slowed down, you generally have to maybe give up on the Orchid and go for like a BKB Rush instead, and we'll see what comes out this game. But as far as these heroes go, I think the Orchid is still a solid choice, just for the kill potential. Yeah,
Yoki having a really good time against Era here in the mid lane. Axe traditionally very strong in a 1v1 melee on melee matchup, and we're seeing it here. 11-2 compared to the 6-1 of the Ember Spirit.
And Era, just the one base armor on the Ember Spirit makes it very difficult with counter helix being physical damage.
This is so smart from Empire. I mean, if you're NiP and you look at this draft, I don't think you would expect this Axe to go mid. This is an audible, and it's working very well.
Yeah, I think they would have expected more like Axe with the Rubik up top. That would be your conventional way for Empire to lane this. And this is where I look at this tournament in general and just say, holy crap, Empire are just on another level to a lot of these teams here. Obviously, this game's still in the early days. I think NiP have got themselves a cool little draft that can definitely win this game, but Empire just seem to be thinking a few steps ahead of their opponents.
Yeah, just in general, not even in the context of this series. Dazzle with an invisibility rune coming down bottom. They may man up on to Always Want to Fly. The sticky goose starting to stack up. First blood could be coming out, but no, it's in one of the other lanes. They might turn it around. Oh, God, they bring down Ape Mother. Ancient Apparition falls. It's a 1-for-1 here, but the first blood was drawn up top, and who actually got an axe?
Mid. It was mid. Solo kill on the Ember Spirit.
Oh, my. David Parker, Empire striking early and striking hard.
Yeah, Yoki picked up his Tranquil Boots, and it looked like he just went straight in, even had the value point in Battle Hunger, which slows down the Ember Spirit, who doesn't have boots. He's got huge movement speed because of his Tranquil Boots, and you can't get away from that call. Yeah, really nice timing from him.
Great lane, start for Empire. Diving onto Resolution. He does get screamed by Jonas, but Handskin caught by the telekinesis. Tower shots helping him out. Now Always Want to Fly. TP's in. Resolution lives. They bring down Handskin. The deny on the Invoker. Oh. How beautifully done. They'll bring down the Tombstone. 75 gold bounty there. Jonas still hanging out in the tower, but Blink's back to safety. We also didn't mention Blink has been changed. Max range now at all levels, 1300 with a slightly longer cooldown.
Does give him a bit more
mid-lane. Era, some RNG is Yoki. He's spinning to win. Can he get this kill, though? Yoki taking a lot of damage from the Flame Guard. Era sipping the bottle. Yoki will get turned around on now. Era gets the kill.
Wow, trading solo kills. Handskin TP's in there, and Era's like, dude, I had it. I had that. You leeching my XP, bro. But
3-3. This is a bloodbath already. 6 kills in the first 4 minutes. Glancing at the graph, it's Empire with the gold lead, but NiP showing us that they've got some skills to pay the bills.
Yeah, this is some exciting stuff to get things going. Very reminiscent of that game 1 between NiP and Asus Polar, where it was the all-out aggression from NiP that overwhelmed that CIS squad. Looking to maybe do it again here.
Yoki, a slight experience edge over Era, maybe from that TP as you were talking about. Once he gets the dunk, things for Era will get a lot more difficult. Ember Spirit, pretty squishy in these early levels. And, yeah, may fall into that threshold. Axe with 800 HP. Such a beefcake in these early points, or levels, rather.
Yeah, and this is going to get tricky here. The support has left. AA's gone back bottom lane, realizing that this is not going to be much farm for Silent if he doesn't get any support, so.
Yep. So even though it's been a kill for kill in the mid, Yoki's still way out farming Era. The CS disparity is certainly notable and boding well for Empire on that front. Invoker does commit to the Quaswex. He just went Quas at first, was kind of keeping us in that balance, thinking maybe I could still go Exort, but does commit to it, picks up the phase boots and getting that momentum going.
Yeah, Tornado EMP is going to be very good. If you hit an EMP on Ember Spirit, it's really crippling for him. He's got to have Bottle, Wand, and as much mana regen items as possible because of that.
So Handskin just lingering nearby. The pull camp will get blocked by Empire, so...
Empire are going to rotate Doom to the jungle now. They want to get this AA level 6 as fast as possible. This is actually an incredibly fast level 5 for Always Want to Fly, and Ice Blast not far off as well.
Yeah, all this early skirmishing has helped him out, and he's already been involved in 2 kills. So things looking okay for Empire, but NiP just trying to get this baseline of farm going. Bristleback getting some decent CS in the bottom lane, and Quap actually doing well in the top, 24-8 compared to the 19-3 Invoker. But here we go. Tornado, no EMP, but has a cold snap. Jonas telekinesed back, will survive, but Empire showing that they've got a lot of damage that they can do to the Succubus.
Yeah, Invoker chews through a lot of his mana pool, though, so this puts him in a bad spot. His spells are on cooldown. Does have mana maybe for a Ghost Walk, and he's not. He's just short 15 mana. Should have waited to use the Magic 6 so we could have a few more, and nice rotation from Era towards top lane.
Yeah, I'm using those remnants for that, or that remnant for the extra damage and making it happen. Always want to fly down bottom, gets initiated on, it's a kill. Now Yoki comes in looking for a dunk on Seal Kid, finds it to make it a 1-for-1 in the bottom lane. 8 Mother now with a salve on, moving around the trees, trying to maximize the heal. And he will. But Doom on his way in, not quite level 6.
They think he TP'd.
He doesn't have one.
No.
And he'll just walk out. They ping it out. Doom, 1 creep away from level 6. If he could Doom him here, maybe he can find a kill. Has a war stomp, just wants to finish up one of these creeps.
Though.
Can they actually find this kill? Yoki coming on in. Ancient Apparitions here. Just nowhere for 8 Mother to go. There's the war stomp. Yoki's going to have an easy dunk. Dazzle will Grave, not even going to bother.
I don't know if Dazzle wants to be here. He may just get doomed. Yeah, he will.
And Jonas coming on in. He is level 6, has the ultimate, but it's a double kill for Axe as another dunk flies through. Poor Dazzle just gets chopped on down.
Essentially a triple kill for Yoki. He got 3 out of that. And
is it going to be another one?
Into a call. Oh my gosh, Yoki. Somebody respect ban his Axe. At some point this tournament, you just go start banning his Axe.
5-1-0 in the first 7 minutes, already level 8, 2,000 gold. We're looking at an 8-minute Blink Dagger. He's already a madman.
This guy is the Axe Master. He's probably sleeping with an axe next to his bed at night for this RNG. The RNG from the spins has been great, but more than anything, his decision-making. Apart from that one time where he dived Era, okay, it hasn't been perfect, but it's been near perfect.
Yeah, and now Era getting aggressive in the mid lane. Aloha Dance, TP's in, only level 4. Era starting to hunt him down, moves through the tree lines. Yoki's on his way in, short on mana. Don't know if they'll be able to find a kill here as Searing Chains connect on Aloha Dance. There is a telekinesis, but will not use it as Era hops to one of those remnants. Now in the bottom lane, Resolution jumped on. Hanskin stealing some of that strength, but he's got a Ghost Walk, and he'll be okay.
You can kind of track him using the Ghost Walk and the Quill Sprays, and it looks like they're trying to do that, but
Ice
he
Blast.
jukes him. Oh!
Flies through, actually misses.
Okay. No, they're not finding. He got to the secret shop.
4 heroes. They really want him. They put a sentry down. They still think he's here.
They know he's not. I mean, you walk down there and you're not getting hit by the ghost. Like, you have the Ghost Walk effect on you, but it's unfortunate, but they do open up this T1 tower for the taking. We'll see if Empire look to defend it.
So far, it doesn't look like it. Silent, pretty comfortable in the jungle. Appears to be going for a Midas. Has Gloves of Haste and just pulling up that gold. Happy as a clan farming in the jungle. Aloha Dance getting some farm priority in the mid. Yoki with the blink secured. Looks like Ice Blast will fly across the map.
Axe? He's got TP blink. Oh, no, he's going mid lane. Oh, misses the blink, though. That's going to save Era's life.
But bottom, Ice Blast comes in. I was thinking there could be a TP, but no shatters.
No, they were going for mid. Axis Blink still on cooldown, so...
Yeah, Haste Rune on Era. He's headed up top. He's got his sights set on Always Want to Fly.
Yeah, nice kill to go for here. Just needs to hold the Searing Chain so he can't TP out.
And Always Want to Fly. He spent his gold, so even if he goes down here, not going to be too upset. Axe on his way in. Era now initiated on. The Haste Rune will keep him alive as Era can't get him into dunk range. Now Jonas on his way in. Does have the ultimate available. I don't think we've seen a Sonic Wave yet. Maybe this could be it. Out come the chains, right onto Yoki. There's the Sonic Wave, brings down the AA. Yoki gets some spins, but just can't survive. Ember Spirit ends the dominating streak and gets a nice bounty.
All right, that was a really important play for NiP to make. They needed that Axe kill really badly. It's not going to hurt down. It's not going to slow down his itemization. He's got the blink end of the day anyways, but just a high-value kill to be picking up.
Really helps Era. As I mentioned, he ends the bounty, and now at the net worth chart, he's not that far behind, about 900 behind the Axe and nipping at the heels of the Doombringer.
It's Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain's first kill involvement as well. Jonas has been very quiet on a safe lane farming Queen of Pain. Haven't seen anything out of the Sonic Wave until that moment. Mid lane now.
Dance, yep, initiated on. Telekinesis Era, but out comes the Doom as well as the Ice Blast. Aloha Dance needs to back on out. Silent really wants to secure this kill. Comes in with the Hellbear Smasher and hits him with the Thunderclap. Now Grave onto Seal Kid, but Silence here. He's got the Fiery Sword, and they're going to chop him down. Yoki with the dunk. Hanskin has to back out. 8 Mother, he's about to get dunked. Yoki on a rampage. It's not an actual rampage, but he's got a double kill.
It's a figurative rampage.
A figurative rampage indeed. He is still a madman. I mean, if you're NiP, how do you deal with this Axe? He's already out of control, and it's just going to keep getting worse.
Oh, it's a tough. You have to. The Tombstone is the key spell to fight around. This is where you pick the Undying. This is the stage of the game. He's got max decay, 3 points in Tombstone. About to hit level 8, so we'll probably see the max Tombstone. If he wants to dive in, you have to prevent that first Culling Blade from succeeding. Once he gets that first Culling Blade, even with the Tombstone down, the zombie slow, that movement speed burst gets him out of there.
Era initiated on mid. The call from Yoki. Telekinesis to lock Era in place. Can't get him into dunk range, but Handskin, some spins flying through. Now Yoki will be punished for the aggression. NiP have to rotate quite a few heroes, but it's worth it as they shut him down again.
Yeah, this is the Tombstone is going to be the spell for NiP at this stage, and well, one successful axe kill, once more, the second one now with the Tombstone coming into play, and NiP again going to get an objective. They got the tier 1 bottom tower a few minutes ago, and we'll get the tier 1 mid tower now.
And top, very low. Always want to fly, going for the deny, but can't get it. Jonas actually finds the last hit. 2 tower kills for NiP. Nice little gold recovery there in this gold graph. A roller coaster up and down, and NiP is close to leveling it out.
That gets us about back even here. The Doom pick, though, is definitely going to be the kind of the key. Well, I mean, both Doom and Invoker are just trying to be quietly farming for the most part. I mean, Silence 203. He's showing up when he needs to. Similarly for Resolution, he's set up a kill here or there, but Silence going to be like their big late game beast. He's going to go for casual drums now, but then he's going to go for like your Ags, your BKBs, your big late game items. Invoker hasn't even rocked up to any fights yet.
Yeah, if Silent can get an Ags refresher, that could be devastating. Queen of Pain, Ember Spirit will be very susceptible in those team fights. Axe, item progression-wise, has a chainmail, probably looking towards the blade mail before too long here. AA, not too much progress, probably working on the Midas once he gets a little bit of gold farm going his way. And yeah, it'll be an Orchid out on the Invoker. Still a little ways off, but the farm begins.
Yeah, I feel like your normal Empire AA game, there's a lot more farm on Always Wanna Fly. This is...
Yeah, I was thinking he had the recipe or at least the gloves somewhere.
I was looking around too. The farm's all on Rubik. He's got 2.8k net worth to the 1k on Ancient Apparition. So Aloha Dance getting more of the farm priority, which...
Smoke up in the top lane. Aloha Dance and Yoki in the lane. We see Silent nearby. In comes Yoki, jumps onto Jonas. The heal from Handskin buys him some time. He misses the dunk, but still finds the kill as Rubik brings him down. Now the Doom on Handskin. Era joins the party, chains on 2. Yoki falls, but Ice Blast from across the map. Seal Kid may well shatter. Down he goes. Era may fall also. Searing Chains come out. Silent now tries to TP home as Jonas comes back in. They bring him down.
Dies in the fountain. Oh, our second fountain kill of this series.
Buyback on Jonas to make it happen with the Quap.
Yeah.
And that makes it a break even in the fight despite being a 2 for 2.
That's the crazy. That's like as good a fight as NiP can expect to have. The dunk didn't succeed. They were fighting underneath the Tombstone and everything, and still they break even. I guess Axe and Doom, they got kind of high priority kills. The Queen of Pain at this point, sure, you want to get that Orchid as fast as possible, but killing the Axe Doom, the Doom especially, I feel, is really, really nice for NiP, but ideal teamfight settings, and it doesn't go as well as you'd like.
No,
like that to me is a worry for NiP.
Yeah, now with all those skirmishes happening on other parts of the map, Resolution just farming it up in the bottom lane. He has that first Oblivion Staff on the way, and, well, he's got some more pieces towards the second one. This is going to be a pretty fast Orchid out on him. Yeah,
not as fast as we sometimes see, though. He's still, like, he's not even in the top 5. He's number 7 on farm.
Actually, that's true. His farm's a lot more lackluster than
I look down, I keep checking the career, like, does he have pieces for this? No, he's actually pretty slow on this Orchid. I think with good, he got pressured a lot. He was in the off lane, so there's a reason why it's slow, but he spent a lot of time just farming and not helping out his team.
I mean, for Empire, this is... sorry, I missed that one as Era jumps on to Always Want to Fly in the mid lane. Quick pick on the Ancient Apparition, but... I mean, somebody's got to be the sacrificial lamb here. You got a lot of heroes that need farm. Aloha Dance initiated on down bottom. EMP flies through. Seal Kid barely lives 2 tombstones.
You don't want to... Yeah, fighting underneath this tombstone ain't going to work.
All right. Skeletons or zombies coming out, and Handskin saying, man, this is what it's like playing against this here. I'm not sure I like it so much. That's kind of irritating.
Rubik having a tombstone now is a big pickup. He TP'd out, kept the tombstone. More important than his own life is having the tombstone. Yeah. Obviously, the two go hand in hand. If he dies, he loses it.
So timing-wise, looks like he'll be able to use 2 more tombstones at least before it expires. So maybe Empire will look to take a fight in that period.
Yeah. Maybe at this point it just seems like Resolution is so set on just kind of playing that AFK farmer role in this bottom lane to get his Orchid up, so it means the fights have to come around the Yoki Axe, but so far that's been working out fine for them.
Yeah, NiP have actually taken the gold lead. We've crossed that 0-0 mark with that pickoff on the Ancient Apparition as they've made some big strides to get back in this game. Ember Spirit picked up his Drone of Endurance a little while ago, and what's that on the Courier coming out? Oh, nothing. That's just a Courier flying through. Silent Might is starting to pay off. About 1,500 gold. He may stop off for a Blink Dagger before he looks for that Aghanim's progression. Down bottom, pressure onto Silent, or pardon me, Resolution, and no kill will come out.
Yep. Silent at top 2k gold. We'll see where he looks to go. I think either BKB or Ag Scepter. It's definitely a good BKB game, but it's always that without the Ag Scepter, it's very hard to get like the kills. Your Doom is often just being used as a disable and maybe not finishing off heroes. You kind of need the Axe to kill the Ember Spirit, to kill the Bristleback, especially against the Dazzle and the Undying Heals.
They've got Dust on Handskin, and they're going to go on Resolution this time. Ghostwalk flies through. Can he dust it? No, they've lost track of him. Handskin actually gets isolated by the tower. Telekinesis secures the kill. Resolution still alive. Now Doom onto Era as he starts to man up into the rest of NiP. Empire in hot pursuit. The rest of the reinforcements on the way. Seal Kid just barely lives, but for how long? Grave will buy him a little bit of time. Axe coming around the other side as 8 Mother mans up on a low hot Dance, who does secure the kill onto the Dazzle. Axe
Resolution
ready to join the party. There's Jonas. Gets the Berserker's call, and he prepares for the dunk. Down he goes. Now 8 Mother trying to chase down Always Want to Fly. The Quills will probably find the kill. No, he's too slow. It's out of range. The Ancient Apparition survives. Now 8 Mother left behind. There's the Berserker's call. Slam dunk. Empire 1 for 4.
And Era lucky to survive as well. Resolution tried to chase him down, kill him during the Doom. The Doom wore off when he's on like 50 HP. He Fire Remnants out, so that was just as bad as it could have gone for NiP. The Tombstone still forced NiP to back off. They wanted to try to be aggressive, keep fighting, but the Rubik Tombstone, a big pickup. It was just the single Tombstone since he first picked it up, and it was more than enough to win Empire a team fight.
Absolutely. What a fight indeed. Now Empire strikes right back into the lead, about 2,500 gold and XP in their favor. Super Elgato delivering out that Blade Mail onto the Axe, ready to return some damage. Pretty strong there.
Okay. Team Empire. This is a tempo they like to play at. Apart from Resolution being as quiet as he is. Often like he does play the Invoke, even the Exalt 1 mid does focus a lot more on farming and not helping his team, but this is like they kind of end up using him as bait there, which worked out fantastic, but he just wants to be left alone in peace.
Yeah, I think it's all about trade-offs. Somebody in the off lane is going to suffer farm, and Axe and Doom have more than made up for Resolution kind of falling on his sword and taking that off lane. So I think considering that, this Orchid will still come out at a pretty decent time. He's got the second Oblivion Staff complete, so the quest for the recipe now begins.
Yeah, this Axe and Doom are carrying the mid-game fantastically. And
Jonas
Doom,
working on an Orchid himself, but not nearly as close.
Top lane, there's a Blink Doom, and it looks like Handskin may be in trouble here.
Yeah, Silent blinks over the tree line, drops the Doom, and will give him the Fiery Sword. Hits him with a level death. Will this be enough damage for the kill? Not with Dazzle here.
Or if he dives it, maybe he's thinking, what's the AA blast? But that's going to be off the mark.
He forces another TP in. AA actually dies in the bottom part of the map, solo to the Bristleback.
Quap dying
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, too many kills happening at once, and now Undying up top as Yogi joins the party. Era, the only one left alive, kills around the map, but it's going to be Empire coming out all ahead. The blink forward, the level death from Silent. Now 8 Mother, the lone survivor on the dire side, TPs to the top tier 1 tower, and Empire will make their exodus. TP's home. 8 Mother says, if only I had a stun.
I thought Axe might try fight that. he had the backup from Rubik coming from mid too. Maybe could have tried to kite 8 Mother to chase him.
But what is this game, Parker? There's just chaos all over the map. We just saw kills in every single lane simultaneously.
It's Yoki Dota. This guy is just the ultimate Axe player. I have not seen a better Axe in Dota 2.
Hands down, period.
This is it. This is as good as it gets when it comes to Axe play.
And there's the Orchid completed on Resolution. Courier flying it out. Super Elgato going as fast as he can. And now they've got another tool at their disposal. Jonas knocked down a few rungs in his farm, still struggling to complete that second Oblivion Staff.
Well, Resolution. There we go. Orchid online. He's going to look to maybe start getting more active. Has almost the max whack. Goes Ghost Walking immediately looking for pickoffs. And he's going right into Jonas with a blink in from Doom. Don't even need the Doom. Easy pickoff.
Oh, yeah. Cold Snap so strong against the Succubus there. And
that dire ward, too. On the, above the bottom river near Roshan, giving great vision. Also scouts out these Ancients. We'll see if they look to make a play on this. There is Doom available, but it seems they're not going to contest this.
That's actually a dire ward there.
Oh, it's a dire ward. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Hold your horses.
Still okay. Good stuff from Resolution, though. That's exactly what you do when you get the Orchid. You go Ghost Walk and just look for those pickoffs. And honestly, that's going to be a rinse and repeat kind of play. I'm sure he'll continue to stay aggressive on that front.
Yep.
Vanguard now up on the Undying.
This Undying's been
a little
lackluster. It hasn't been when I saw the defensive trailing from NiP and the Undying just pulling, I was really worried that he wasn't going to be able to do too much. But he's done more than I expected, but it still just doesn't feel like it's been enough.
Smoke from Empire down bottom. Ice Blast will not connect on Era. They reveal the smoke as Silent blinks forward. He's got a Doom at the ready. Now NiP want to come in to make a defense. TP in from Handskin, ready to fight, but Empire, they've got reinforcements. Doom out onto Handskin. He'll get graved to survive for now. Chains on 2. Yoki and Aloha Dance blown up by the Sonic Wave, and NiP striking back with a series of kills on 2. Not done quite yet. Jonas blinks forward. They scout out Silent. They know he doesn't have the Doom. Resolution on his way in, and this should not yield a kill. At the very least, he can. Tornado out. They can turn it around and Orchid onto Jonas. Will the Soulburn be enough to finish him off? Nope, but Silent's fiery sword sure will. There's the Tornado right into the Ice Blast. Connects on Dazzle. He's going to die as well. Level death from Silent. Oh, no. NiP getting turned around on after this amazing fight. In comes 8-Mother, though. Perhaps he can help turn once more the other way. Level death onto Era. Not enough damage. Silent tries to TP home. He'll land the cold snap. Are you kidding me? Resolution. Oh. How? It doesn't get closer than that, Parker.
He had that swing, too. Oh, that is...
my God.
That would have been a huge kill as well. This Doom is on a huge streak, and NiP are, like, on the edge of coming back into this game.
Oh, now Empire 7,500 gold, NXP ahead. Era hit by the Ice Blast. Tornado flies through. Resolution can't find the kill quite yet. He's on the run, but they get it with Aloha Dance. There we go. They're still in hot pursuit. Jonas really wants this Resolution. EMP will connect. Say goodnight to your mana. Now Aloha Dance caught by the goo and the dagger. There's still reinforcements. The Blink Brothers are in town. 8-Mother called and dunked. Slam jam. Thank you, ma'am, as Empire continue their reign of dominance all over NiP.
Doom in 2. They're going to get this one. Undying is the target. With a blink call, down will go Handskin. NiP getting overrun.
Oh, my Lanta, Parker. Empire getting so much momentum. They'll get this Tier 1 tower 27-16. This gold graph spiraling out of control.
Well, this is going to get tricky from NiP. This is the stage of the game where Undying starts to fall off, and NiP, they have anything but a lead right now. It is a 8,000 net worth advantage for Empire.
Almost 10,000.
Their heroes are starting to come online. Doom's just picked up his Ag Scepter. Invoker's only had this Orchid for a couple of minutes. Axe working on either a BKB or an Ag Scepter. I think this is a pretty good BKB game, and suddenly NiP are going to be running out of options to fight. They still don't even have Jonas's Orchid himself.
Oh my, this Quap pick starting to backfire a little bit. She's a very momentum-based hero. When you get shut down this hard early on, the recovery can be very difficult. Doom's already picked up his Aghanim.
Seal Kid at mid.
1,300 gold towards the Refresher. Seal Kid gonna get dunked again.
Radiant Observer, the Ice Blast, and an Aghanim Scepter on Axe, lowering that threshold. 450 HP as well. Not much of Dazzle's HP pool.
This poor Dazzle, he's very poor. Brown boots, stick, and an urn.
It takes balls to pick a Dazzle into an Axe. Like, they saw the Axe first, being like, nah, we've got a Dazzle strat, let's make it work.
Yeah.
But for NiP, this game 2 has gone a bit better than game 1, perhaps, but things are not looking very optimistic for him.
Here we go. Resolution on the hunt once more. Ghost walk up.
He's going to run. He doesn't want to reveal himself.
Oh, there's a sentry ward. They see him. Oh, he's... No.
Full staff. What?
No,
he
dust.
just outran him. Okay.
Okay, he'll just run out. Yeah,
Full staff coming soon for him, though. That's going to make him even harder to kill.
With the maxed out Wex, he's just so damn speedy in that Ghost Walk. Very hard to close the gap, even if you can see him.
Era picks up an Ultimate Orb, and I'm thinking this may be a Manta Star Rush. We see a lot of Mantas against Silencers. If you see Doom blink at you, if you insta-Manta, you can kind of prevent him from getting the Doom on you, because it's that moment of confusion, and also getting out of the Orchid, of course.
Yeah. So
could be a Lincoln's as well, but that's just so defensive. I feel like the movement speed, especially from a Manta, is really useful.
Yeah. The Midas did come out on the Ancient Apparition. I don't think we mentioned it. It was a couple minutes ago, and there's that Force Staff on the Invoker. Smoke from Empire in their own jungle, but there's also a smoke from NiP. There's going to be an engagement. Jonas is the one that gets caught, hit by the Orchid. Ice Blast flies through. Huge setup. A double kill for Always Want to Fly to start it off. Aloha Dance might go down, but Era hit by the Doom. It's a 2 for 2 as they do find the kill onto Resolution. Silent trying to take down Handskin. Wants to keep that Doom damage ticking away on Era. Gets the kill there with a level death. Now 8-Mother joining his buddy Handskin to try to find this kill on on Silent. Yoki on his way in. They brought down the Tombstone. Silent falls. A huge streak goes to the Bristleback. Yoki looking for another dunk, but he just can't get his Undying low. There it is, the dunk, and only one left. It's 8 Mother. Yoki with the Blade Mail returning so much damage. He's got another dunk. Can he get him under the threshold? He can, but there it is. A 5-man wipe once more as NiP get cleaned up.
Wow, a close man fight in the end there. Axe ran out of mana for the Culling Blade, bottled in between quills and auto attacks to give him the mana for the dunk, and wow, what a bloodbath here in the winner bracket finals.
Yeah, although ending those streaks actually made that fight a goal advantage for NiP despite trading 5 for 3.
Being behind just somehow does that sometimes.
The rubber band man, 14,000 golden experience in favor of Empire, so NiP still not happy with that little gain there for sure.
Yeah, and the big kill, Doom kind of got stuck. I think Doom's like, well, I kind of wish I had a TP scroll because Bristleback is actually a serious problem now. He didn't have that many items, but after that fight, he's got 3.7k gold and will be looking to pick up something soon.
Poor Dazzle going to get picked in the top lane. Soulburn going to be enough to finish him off. Well, actually, not quite. Called that one a little early as he does. Shallow Grave and, well, will live. Ice Blast comes out just a little too late.
Resolution didn't. He could have gone for like a Deafening Blast or something, but he was
a little greedy there. I think underestimating the Dazzle just a pinch.
Well, even when the Dazzle got the Grave and went for the TP, he could have canceled the TP with it. He had his Invoke up to go like Deafening Blast or something, but
yeah, maybe he just worried about the rotations over. Yeah. A lot of heroes missing off now. You look at the Radiant Vision, and they're pretty blind in the Dire jungle, so not going to roll the dice on it.
Yeah, end of the day, his 1-for-1 trade for a Dazzle is the kind of trade which is going to get NiP back in this game.
Right. So Silent not going right for the Refresher, instead needs to buff up that mana pool a little bit. Gets the Plate Mail, and I would reckon that'll be a Shiva's.
And I think just having the armor against the Bristleback especially, he's getting owned by this Bristleback. Like 2 fights in a row. The 2 ago, he actually got out with a TP. That fight, he didn't have one, so the Bristleback just won that man fight, and Silent needs this armor to deal with Bristle.
Yeah. So the Orchid finally comes out on the Queen of Pain. Jonas has that tool, but 27 minutes in, the utility of that Orchid just severely limited.
Well, 8 Mother will make up for it with an AC pickup, so
all right.
A lot of farm on this Bristle. He's topping the net worth for the Dire side, but still well behind both Doom and Axe. And I think Bristle may even become like the main Doom target. They've been using it mostly on Era, but Era's damage output is going to be kind of getting diminished here as this game goes longer. Up till now, it's been all about the spells, which are very powerful, but you get like 30 minutes plus, you get a Shivers on your Doom. Suddenly, it's the Bristleback you're worried about. Era, he's going defensive, he's going this utility item, be it a Linken's or a Manta style, and that's where you maybe just try to deal with him with the Orchid or something and not even worry about if he stays alive. Because Bristle, 1800 HP, and Aghanim's Doom is going to do a lot of that damage, a lot of that HP gone, possibly a full kill if the Doom stays alive.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Hanskin has also picked up the Crimson Guard, so a little more damage mitigation going the way of NiP. Nothing game-breaking, but every little bit helps at this stage in the game with NiP kind of on the brink. A huge deficit, but a big smoke. All 5 heroes rotating through. They find a double damage rune. Jonas picks it up in the bottle, and they want Roche. Let's take a look at Radiant Vision. They have no visual confirmation, and they might not even be suspicious. Roche falls so fast with the goo.
Really smart move from NiP.
Yes, indeed.
Give it to the Quap. Bristleback at this point is somewhat godly, but I think NiP have to be thinking like 8 Mother, especially with an AC, is going to become a Doom target.
And Jonas tries to get aggressive onto Yoki, but Doom comes in, gives Jonas a taste of his own medicine.
He's holding the Doom too.
They might be able to find the kill. No, doesn't want to Doom the Aegis target to get things started. Hanskin on his way in, Tombstone down, Flesh Golem utilized. But how's this fight actually going to transpire? EMP will get rid of his mana. Empire just trying to get away from the Tombstone to take this fight. Now Yoki goes back in. Dunk onto Sealkid to get it started. Hanskin telekinesis, and he's about to die to Silent. Doom still holding on to the ultimate. Now hit by the Orchid. Sonic Wave flies through. Sleight of Fist. Rubik steals the Sonic Wave. Gives him a taste of his own medicine this time around. Yoki with a dunk on Bristle. Era silenced. Cold Snap will die once more. It's Empire coming out. All things ahead, Parker. Jonas, the only one left alive.
High ground too.
Oh no, a 5-for-0 exchange. NiP on the brink of losing this series.
Aloha frickin' dance. He's going to be leading Empire to the grand finals with this play on his Rubik. It has just been insane. Tombstone steals early in the game. That Sonic Wave shredded apart the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Now things looking very grim for the Dire. Over 20,000 gold and experience in favor of Empire. They claim a Tier 1 tower, and why stop there? Moving into the Tier 2. The Roche advantage that NiP just picked up, completely negated and then some.
Well, Tier 2 tower, easy take-ins. The high ground siege could even be coming soon if they want to. I love this axe. Just Culling Blade creeps. Let's give my team the movement and attack speed to push even faster. And 3 still dead. They're going to look to get some damage done to this high ground. NiP, their tier 3 tower, possibly going down here.
Yep, Doom up in 50 seconds. They don't have the Sonic Wave. It's a really long cooldown without that Aghanim Scepter. There is a glyph for the dire side. EMP Tornado goes flying through. Will not connect on anyone. And Empire not eager to overcommit. Yeah. They'll be happy just to get that much damage done on a tier 3.
Yeah, they don't have the Doom right now. They'd rather fight around. Although Doom was a non-factor that last fight. It was used to get the 5th kill, which they maybe even had without it. So I think it was more NiP were trying to keep the heroes like Queen of Pain in the front line so that Silent, if he used a Doom, it was going to be a bad Doom. And they tried to kill Silent before he could ulti, but they got really out of position, overextended. Queen of Pain is not a frontliner. The Bristleback is a frontliner, but he can't go forward. I think they had to give 8 Mother the Aegis there. I think it was a big mistake giving it to Queen of Pain. If you give it to 8 Mother, he can go frontline, not worry about the Doom. But he can't go in until Doom's been used.
Yeah.
He dies. He's maybe one of the tankier heroes on this side, but an Axe Doom will still kill him with ease.
Yeah, he can, at least with the Aegis of the Immortal, he can run in and still stack up all those quills, come back to life, and continue doing the damage. Always want to fly. Walks into the danger zone, finds a solo kill on the Dazzle. At least makes it a 1-for-1. Hands over a big streak to the Ember Spirit, but, well, showing us how weak that Dazzle truly is here.
Yeah. Jonas just trying to hide in the trees here and not get caught out.
Yeah.
A lot of heroes surrounding him, though.
Oh, yeah. And there's a rotation coming in. Another fight's going to break out. Jonas in a lot of trouble. The stolen Sonic Wave again brings down the Quap. And things starting to look bad for NiP. They jump onto Silent, but now Yoki with the Berserker's Call. The Doom, the dunk on the Bristleback to bring him down. Tornado on 2. Handskin and Era left behind. No way to make an easy exodus. Another dunk. Make it 3. It's a double kill and now a triple. The godlike streak for Yoki continues. This Axe is cruising down the freeway with the brake lines cut. There is nothing slowing him down in sight.
Whew. Yoki is, yeah, he is just out of control. Picks up a completed Heart of Tarask at 32 minutes in.
Oh, this guy.
GG!
They call it.
Not a Rax taken or needed to be taken this game, and I don't blame NiP. Nothing's worked. Their draft has fallen off. The Undying is not coming back anytime soon. This team is looking like one of the best Western teams right now. I think this team could go head-to-head with the best out there if they play like this.
I mean, Empire securing their seat in the Grand Finals, now with a 1-game advantage in that best-of-5, but throughout this entire tournament, so many different heroes. I think probably the most diverse pool next to NiP, but the difference is they've got the results to stand up for it.
Yeah.
And coming into the Grand Finals, whether it's Aces Polar, whether it's NiP that makes it back here, I don't know if either of them have Empire's number.
And we're getting to a point where some of these teams are like trying to maybe, like we kind of talked about in the pregame, NiP going to try to be too cute, too fancy. And Game 1, I think they had a kind of set strategy. The Ricky picked didn't work too well, but they had a clear plan. I feel like Game 2, they just went, let's go as funky as possible. Let's get this Ember Spirit, Queen of Pain, Bristleback Tricore with an Undying support.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The Queen of Pain I can get behind. That Undying I think was the little too good. That was the Tusk pick there, just a little too much.
I think they were banking on getting the Starladder for their minus armor strategy, but Empire itself, you see, they saw the Dazzle and like, you just picked Dazzle when we had Axe. You're not picking this for the grave. You're picking this for the armor and just the kind of the heal for the face rush. So they knew something like a Starladder was probably coming.
Yeah. I also just don't think Dazzle was a first-round pick material hero. He's just too easy to counter. And even Axe with the Calling Blade cutting through the grave, he's really weak against silences. Invoker and Doom, two heroes that are just so damn good against Dazzle, and even the Ancient Apparition. Coddle Guy joining us back on the panel. Dakota.
Wow. That was a 32-minute Empire highlight reel. That snap, that scream. I'm glad you can't see below my waist because I changed my pants. I creamed myself. It was ridiculous.
I mean,
those
Rubik plays were next level. Aloha Dance was so many clutch steals. Mind blown. I'm beyond words.
And you're calling out for respect bans, but there's too many. You got the Rubik, the YOLO key with the axe. It's absolutely unheard of. These guys are ridiculous. They're on pace to just go undefeated through the Starladder run right now.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Yet to drop a single game, and who's going to challenge them in the Grand Finals? Because if they play like they did right now, and NiP, I think they played pretty solid.
Yeah.
Aces Polar maybe could make a break out of there, but even then.
Whew. Even always want to fly with that AA, man. Mm-hmm. He was swish, swish, swish with these ice blasts. Beautiful setups.
Larry Bird.
This is ridiculous. Really, really well played. And another day of 2-0 stomps.
Yep, still just one series to go all the way into that ace match, but that brings us to the end of day 3 for the Starladder Season 11 LAN Finals. Boys, we only have one day left. Can you believe it?
Oh,
It flew by.
It's going to be a big last day, though. 3 teams remain. A lot of prize money at stake. It's Empire waiting in the grand finals. Asus Polar, as well as the Ninjas in Pajamas, going to be battling it out in the loser bracket as our first match.
That's going to be a fun little revenge grudge match between Polar and NiP because, you know, of course, in day 2, it was the stomp of NiP on Polar, and I guess we get to find out if it was a fluke or if NiP actually do have Polar's number, and we get to see NiP go toe-to-toe once again with Empire.
I think it's going to be a much closer series. I would even give Asus Polar a very slight edge, like 55-45, despite the fact they got 2-0'd. I think they went on tilt in that game too. Game 1, it was a draft issue, so I think they're going to look at those games and get a bit of information out of it. So I think Asus Polar are going to be confident going that. NiP, they've been confident going to every series. So both teams will be on their A game. We're going to see a great series there. And, well, Empire in the grand finals. I hope we don't get a 3-0 stomp, but with the way Empire are playing, it could be what's going to happen.
Yeah, it absolutely could be a reality. A 2-0 stomp at that with that one-game advantage. So that brings us to the end. No Merlini for our final panel. Sad times, but
he's here. He's just Ricky.
He's here in spirit. He's like Ricky Maru cosplay.
I love our producer did a beautiful job of making sure they cropped him out of the shot, so just in case.
Oh, boy. So that's it, gang. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, the VODs will be available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/BeyondTheSummitTV. The VODs from previous days already there if you missed some of the earlier action in the tournament. There's been some crazy picks, some crazy plays, and we have high hopes for tomorrow as we move into the grand finals. Now, we will be starting a little bit later, and that's probably music to the ears of the viewers that are not here in Europe. Those of you in North America, you'll be able to watch the grand finals at prime time. I think we're starting at 2 p.m. CET tomorrow, so 4 hours later than we started the last previous days. You can check the Starladder website for the final schedule. But we're done, boys. It's time to sign off.
It is time to sign off. It's been a great day 3. Big shout out to the viewers tuning in, as well as Starladder, who've done an amazing job, as always, with everything going so smoothly. So
it's been an incredible LAN. You looked at this team lineup, and a lot of people were skeptical. All these Tier 0.15 teams, these Tier 2 teams, are they going to perform? And I think it's safe to say they've delivered.
Absolutely. Fantastic Dota. Fantastic event. Looking forward to tomorrow.
All right, folks. So take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan?